Tell us about your shelter.
All right. Well, first off, this isn't an excuse. It's a note that taking your time makes more sense. If I didn't feel like I was so rushed, I probably wouldn't have chosen this exact spot. But I looked around and there weren't any noticeably totally dead trees that I could see.
This one makes me worried.
That did too. It is pretty green at the top, but
yeah, the other thing I like about it is dead at the bottom, and the top is a wind catcher.
That makes sense.
So if it blows a lot, that's what's going to catch. And
so. I was rather concerned about that after I'd started.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
a good learning lesson.
Basically, it's a tent. I did have a tarp, which I was able to throw down, so I could dump my bag on the ground without getting snow all inside, which is kind of nice.
Good.
Just as a luxury. It's a pretty basic slap together tent. It's meant to have ground poles, and I don't think I have paracord because I put it on my computer desk because I was going through my bag last night, which was very dumb. But if there was that, I would tie it off and have the wind shell a little further out. Inside to keep myself off the ground instead of just the tent. I've got an insulated pad that's all blown up and everything.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. If I'd stretched this out, there'd be space for my bag out there. I would have ideally picked something without this dead tree, something a little bit flatter and not nearly so much super deep snow.
So, on that note, if you were to, do you have a shovel with you?
No.
Okay, so if you had a shovel, you could have dug out the snow.
Yep.
That would have given you a more level surface.
I laid down and rolled.
No, that's fine. That's fine. But then you could also use that snow. You can build it around the edges.
Yep.
And it becomes insulative. And also stabilizes your tent. So, oops, I forgot my ridge line, so I can't tie it off. You got a little more weight, hold your tent down.
That makes sense.
So it gets you down in the snow a little bit. Yeah.
I assumed no fire. I do have a camp stove. If I tied the front off, I'd have a little space to make food or whatever on my stove.
Okay.
But I figured no fire.
Good. What do you have to keep warm in there?
The clothes I'm on, there is a down quilt to go with insulated sleeping pad, straps around it, mostly to keep it small.
All right.
I've used it before. It's extremely warm. I've got extra change of clothes, extra change of thermal underwear.
Okay.
So I'd probably just put on as many clothes as I could. Take them off as needed.
I didn't ask Jonathan this question, but I'll ask you. Have you ever slept overnight in freezing temperatures in your setup?
No. I have in the truck, but not in this.
You should try it.
Will do.